once again to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you've tuned back into this channel. And if it's your first time, welcome. This is going to be a general collective reading. So whatever messages that God, please take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you do enjoy this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. I'm going to be filming this reading on Monday, the 12th of May, 2025. I hope everyone had a good weekend, okay, depending on where you are in the world. I hope you're enjoying your morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, okay, and I hope everything goes well, all right. I hope you're looking forward to the week, okay, and I hope that you're doing okay, all right. um and after the reading, please don't forget to check the description box, okay, because I'd like to recommend a few books that can help you as you go along your journey. um but as always, before I get into the reading, as well as what has been channeled to me, okay, I want to just start off with this deck. It's called Raise Your Vibration, and once again, select one card from this deck. And thanks so much for taking the time out to watch or listen to my readings. I do appreciate whatever you've done in the past and what you're about to do. I also do spiritual enlightenment videos as well. So when you have a chance, please check them out. Okay, the vibe that our spiritual team would like me to select is this one. It says believing is seeing, believing is seeing. So I'm assuming it's all to do with faith, okay, having hope, trusting in the process, all right, because our mind is powerful, okay, and to always have this positive mindset, okay, um because we are spiritual magicians, all right, and we can manifest anything in our life, okay. So we should always operate in this positive energy, okay, to bring whatever it is we'd like to manifest in our lives, all right, anything positive. All right, so let me just see what else you can get from this booklet. Okay, there is an old saying, I'll believe it when I see it. But one of the greatest spiritual secrets is the opposite. We'll see it when we believe it. What we believe in our inner world has a lot to do with what we'll see, our, sorry, or experience in our outer world. That means all of our inner dialogues and beliefs are in some way impacting the world we are experiencing. When this card comes to you, you are being reminded that you are a powerful co-creator of your world. Every thought, feeling, action, and non-action is contributing to the field of energy around you and creating the reality you're experiencing. Therefore, it's important to craft thoughts, dreams, daydreams, and ideas that work for you in a loving way. This isn't about controlling the universe, but about raising your vibration so that you can co create a more loving and supportive world for yourself and all those around you. Set your sights higher, think about what you want to experience, envision the life that you want for yourself. Know you are creating it. So I think it's all to do with here I think it's also to do, you could use, I think, visualization as well as working with the law of attraction, okay, to bring things into your life, all right? And the vibe of the day, it says, I'll see it when I believe it, okay? So it's all about having faith in yourself, the universe, the higher power, trusting the process, and also to be patient in whatever it is that we want to create or to manifest in our life, all right? Um, yeah, so the vibe of the day is, I'll see it when I believe it. Okay. Um, okay, so that's the vibe of the day. Okay. Okay. Happy full moon in Scorpio, right? It's a good time to release negativity, anything that doesn't serve a higher purpose. All right. The full moon itself is also a time of fulfillment, okay, as well as satisfaction. It offers inspiration and opportunities, okay, and also basically to celebrate life, okay, and to also accept and to tune in to our feelings, all right. Um, Now Scorpio is a house, all right, um, to do with intimate relationships and other people's money, okay. So let's see what else we can read about this house. Okay, it's the eighth house in the zodiac sign. All right, so let's see. Okay, it goes on to say here. So I'm reading from this. This is from the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It's a very good I love this oracle. Okay, it's all to do with astrology, all right. So it's a good way to learn astrology, especially if you are reading cards, reading for yourself or for others. Okay, so this house sheds light on questions to do with legacies, inheritances, shared finances, other people's money, a partner's money or possessions, and the health or work of brothers and sisters. Okay, traditionally, this is the house of death, but it doesn't always have to mean physical death. Okay, it means spiritual death, because one of the cycles, because if you're on a spiritual path, okay, it's all to do with cycles and seasons, all right, including the moon cycles and phases and so forth, and the planetary transits, all right. Um, but in the broadest sense, this concerns the ending of one thing in order to make room for another. Okay, so that's what it means when it says, so it doesn't always have to mean a physical ending or death. Okay, it could just be that some things, some cycles are closing, some things are ending, and it's just making room for other things to come into your life. All right. Okay. Um, So let me just read. I just this card, okay, is from this deck. Okay, it's called Numerology. Okay, by Yasmin Bolan. So I'm just going to read more about the full moon in Scorpio. Okay, what we can expect, what advice. All right, that's coming through for the collective at this time. So let's see. Full moon Scorpio. Okay, so again, it says that it's time to release negativity. It goes on to say, if you've been feeling paranoid and acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop it. Worrying yourself is pointless. It's time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're asking about. If someone has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time, since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are both extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anyone or anything you feel is toxic. Okay, for some, however, this card has a totally different meaning. Okay, maybe your love life can improve if you make an effort, use your magic. You have all you need inside you to bring about your desired result. The tune to this moon phase, it says emote, is all better out than in. Um, the additional meanings for this card, it says it's time to move from living fearfully to living joyfully. You're right to have your suspicions. Okay, that's for some of you. It goes on to say grudges are toxic. Let something go. And it goes on to say here, the end of an argument. Okay, so the full moon in Scorpio is a sting in the tail. It can herald a vindictive end to a relationship. It could also be the time when we want to be good, but we're naughty. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side and your shadow side may be showing. The full moon in Scorpio is also a time of magic. If you were thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it. Okay, we all embody both light and shadow side as well as the divine. Okay, if you are interested in working with crystals, I've put the names of some books, as well as if you're interested in numerology. Okay, but there are other books you can get on the market, but I just put the names of the ones that has helped me along my journey. Okay, if you are interested in working with the phases of the moon or the moon cycles, you can use moonstone. This is a very popular crystal. All right, as well as clear quartz. Okay, because you can use the energy of the moon for clarity, um to sort of balance, or to connect with your deeper emotions, um or to manifest as well. Okay, so if you're interested in working with the phases of the moon, all right, and because obviously today is a full moon, I'm just going to say a quick prayer. So you can call on Archangel Haniel. I'm going to be using this prayer from this deck, sorry, from this book, sorry. It's it's by Carl Gray. And you can call on Haniel, okay, to help you. And I'm just going to say this prayer. Haniel, goddess of the moon and angel of grace, thank you for shining a radiant light upon my life. I allow myself to open and connect with your spirit and poise. I connect with my inner wisdom, my inner vision. I open my eyes and see clearly with love. My gifts and talents naturally progress in your light, and the natural polarities within me are balanced. I stand with poise and in glory. I now create the life I deserve in your light and that of the Creator. And so it is. And just for your information, okay, or to note, all right, that Archangel Haniel, she works with Ariel and Gabriel, um, to help groups of women get along and grow together. Haniel can work with Raphael and Raziel to help us cultivate our spiritual gifts and clairvoyance. As Haniel governs the moon and Uriel the sun, they can work together to bring polarity and balance. Okay, so yeah, and okay, so this is a very good book. Okay, it's called Angel Prayers, and this is by Carl Gray. Okay, okay, so I'm just going to go through the downloads, okay, that I received. Okay, so some of the words, okay, that was channeled to me, all right, is not all that glitters is gold. Okay, so maybe someone went into maybe a relationship with someone, and it could be that this person was more attracted to how this person looked, um, and was deceived by the looks. Okay, or it could be to do with money. All right, another words that I heard was divine masculine and the karmic. So there could be someone out there, it could be you, it could be somebody that you were in a relationship with, or it could be somebody because it's all to do with energy. And that's the thing with oracle or tarot readings, it's all to do with energy. It's non-gender, he can be a she can be a he, and it's also timeless. And we're all on different timelines, all right? And this doesn't always have to be whatever message is coming. Please take what resonates, because At the end of the day, it's all to do with energy, as I said earlier. It could be your story as well, or it could be somebody else's story that you're associated with, or it could be um, someone that's associated with another person that you could be associated with. All right. Also, there's this thing about, because when I was during my meditation, okay, I came across, because I do scripture meditation, all right, and then when I opened the scriptures, I saw this thing about false and true prophets. So I don't know, there could be somebody who is a false prophet and portraying themselves to be a prophet of truth. Also, there's this thing about penguin lessons. Now, I think believe there's a film. I don't know who stars in this film. Okay, but basically, okay, now from what I have learned, that the penguin is an animal that represents faithfulness. Okay, that's the energy of the penguin. All right. And again, we all go through comics. We all are on a comic cycle. Okay, and it just depends on what the decisions and choices that we make for our life. Okay, and the destiny is the end result, or how we choose to live our life. It's also the choices and decisions we make. All right. So it could be a case where somebody, again, this could be linked with the very first one, where this person went into a relationship, and they could be somehow depressed because it didn't work out. But again, relationships there are things that we can learn from relationships, whether it's bad or good. All right. To heal from this situation, grow, evolve, because this is what the journey is all about. But it should be done in the essence of love, and it's also doing balance as well. All right. So maybe this is probably a good time to let go of anything, or whether it's a person, place, or thing that doesn't serve a higher purpose. Okay, there was also something that got channeled to me about something to do with school and security. Okay, so I don't know, maybe if you've got children, maybe where your kids go to school, they might be tightening up security. It might not be a bad thing, because I believe there could be somebody out there that might be planning or planning plan. I don't want to scare anybody. Okay, and as I said, again, with these readings, is all to do with because we are on different timelines. Okay, what I could be channeling, it could be something that could have happened in the past, may have happened now, or could happen in the near distant future. If you are concerned, if you are a parent, okay, and concerned about your school, the school security, or security of the school your children go, then maybe you should raise these concerns. Okay, talk about it, maybe during parents meeting or evenings, things like that, or to have a word with the governor, or even the head teacher or headmaster. Some of the songs that I channeled was Bad Card by Bob Marley. Okay, this is about someone who basically, he was giving a story about how somebody kept reading cards wishing him bad, but he had faith in the Almighty. He felt secure, okay, and protected by the Most High. Also, Love the Way You Lie, okay, and this song is sung by Rihanna and Eminem. Midnight Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight and the Pips. It Must Have Been Love by Roxette. Breathe by Blue Cantrell featuring Sean Paul. Save Your Tears by The Weeknd. But a lot of these songs, okay, it was come to me, all right, through my what messages I received, that a lot of these songs are based on runner and chaser situations, okay, or karmic relationships, not divine relationships. So all these songs are based on like love, love-hate relationship, which is described, okay, as I said earlier, as karmic or divine. All right. Also, karmic justice, I was told, okay, is present, okay, by my spiritual team. So when one person is experiencing good karma, known as dharma, another person, it could be experiencing bad karma. Okay. Also, what spirit is saying to be careful. Okay, because if it's to do with a person, it could be your situation. You may experience a lot of challenges, or this person could bring a lot of burdens into your life, okay, or even question your belief system. Some of the numbers I keep coming across a lot is 11, or multiples of 1, 5, 10, 13. Um, 5 talks about change, 10 talks about endings of something coming into is closing out, okay, closing cycles, as well as 13, 555, 23, 32. These again talk about change. 222 talks about to choose wisely. 234, if you see these numbers, that means that everything is going to be done in divine timing. 144, just remember that you are protected by the angels, okay. And for 1 um some of the signs, okay, that I saw was a fork. Okay, fork means that maybe somebody's trying to create blockages in your life. A red flag means that's a warning from the universe to, okay, to be careful about if it's to do with a past person who is not your divine counterpart. Please use your intuition and discernment at all times. Flag could also does represent, okay, about something to do with your standards. Sun, there could be clarity regarding a situation. Gloves, there could be somebody who is concealing something. Tent, something could be a temporary situation. Binoculars, maybe someone is looking into something, okay, or maybe you need to look into something a bit, a bit further. Flowers, you could be receiving gifts. It could come in both spiritual and material things. Carrots could be a time of abundance. New driver, maybe you're taking charge of your own life. Wheelbarrow, um, I didn't remember what, but I think it's. I'll just check with that one. And the reef, okay. And this is that maybe unfortunately somebody could be leaving your life. Okay, let me just see if I can get the meaning of wheelbarrow. I don't know. I don't know if I can find the meaning. I'm pretty sure I came across it here. So let's see. I don't know. Maybe not. I mean, there is some clarity here. Um, okay, there's something about the wheel, which talks about indecisiveness. So, I don't know. So, wheelbarrow. So maybe, okay, because with a wheelbarrow, okay, it has wheels and handles, right? So maybe it could be representing that you need um to be in charge of your life, okay, if that's not the case, because a wheel represents indecisiveness, where it says allowing your life to ramble aimlessly, okay, like this wheel, your life has no set course, nor it is attached to anything. So, all right, right. So, in other words, okay, the wheelbarrow is means, um, you know, is taking charge, okay, being control of your life. All right. Okay, because what I don't know, yesterday when I was in the kitchen, I something just drew me to the handle of a brush. Okay, so there could be some, so that's why I put the two together. Okay, so maybe you need to be more in control and not allowing someone else to dictate to you what you should do and what you shouldn't do. All right. Um, some of the animal creatures the pictures I came across is a bear. All right, seal, crab, elephant, rabbit, frog, bull, wolf, tiger, dolphin. So if you want to know more about the spiritual meanings of these animals or creatures, you can always check it up online. And the crystals, all right, that our spiritual team would like us to work with is Namite, snow quartz, black tourmaline, yellow calcite, moldavite, schistolite, okay, also known as the cross stone, dendritic agate, also known as tree agate, green fluorite, ruby, pitcher jasper, jet, Iceland, and spar. All right, so That's the messages, okay, that I received. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Lenormand, okay, to check on what energies are around the collective at this time. I'm going to be using some other decks as well. Um, you know, also the Miss Cleo's tarot. Okay, and then I'm going to be using an ancestral deck, and some others to close out the reading, okay, to help us, okay, through this full moon in Scorpio phase, okay, moon phase. All right, so let's see what comes out. Spirit of angels, what does the collective need to know right now? What energies around the collective? Okay, so we've got number 27 in reverse. Okay, so this could pertain to some message. All right. Um, so number 7. Okay, and this is all right, 7 of swords energy. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so we've got this is on a number 35, so we got the anchor, okay, and this is on a number 9, and this is 9 of swords, okay. What else does the collective need to know? What else does the collective need to know? Okay, and then we've got the sun, okay, so um this is ace. Okay, so this would represent ace. This is ace of diamond, but it represent ace of um pentacles. Okay, it's on a number 31. Okay. Okay, so what caught my attention? We've got the rider here, which is 9 of cups. We've got flowers here on number 9, which is this is Queen of Swords energy. Then we've got here Seven again, seven of, this is seven of Pentacles. This is on number 12. Okay. And we've got the key. Okay, it's on number 33. And this is Eight of Diamonds, Eight of Pentacles here. So I'm going to keep these on a side. Okay. Because they could have some connection there, okay? To whatever messages that's going to come out, all right? Okay. Um, so I don't know. I mean, like from what I'm seeing here, okay, it seems that maybe there could have been a message, okay, that you were meant to receive. Um, okay. Because the anchor, all right, let me just let's see what anchor. Mhm. So the meaning of the anchor says, with stability and security, I bring peace of mind. I push you to persevere and help you reach your goal. Mm. Watch out for negative cards that might shackle and pull you down a hole. Mm. Okay. So what I'm seeing here, because I mean, according to the cards, okay, I'm just looking at. It seems that maybe you were meant to receive a message. Um, it could be something to do with your stability, but for some reason, you didn't receive that message, and there's going to be. It could be that you're going to be enlightened about this, okay, or there's going to be some clarity as to why that happened, okay. um and the reason why I say that is because you've got the rider here, okay. You've got the rider, um you got the bouquet of flowers here. You also got the owls, okay. When I see the owls, it does, to me, the owls represent your spiritual teams, especially the ancestors, okay. So maybe this message is coming from the ancestors, okay. Maybe there could be a message that's going to be coming to you. Maybe there's been something has been enlightened regarding this situation, okay. All right, let me just see for um okay. And for the key, it says discoveries and solutions are my forte. You find me in synchronicities, signs, and fate. When I land close to you, know that you have the means and the answers to what is troubling you. Look to my right and point to what is highly important or what needs to be solved. Hmm. And then it goes on to say the solution of the problem can be found by being in possession of the key card. It both unlocks and secures depending on which way it is turned. Mm. So, I mean, you got the ancestors here. So, this message, whatever that you're going to receive, I believe, okay, because you got since you got the rider, okay, next to the ancestors, all right. So I think you're going to receive some message, okay, but this is probably going to come in, this could be in a spiritual could be, you probably will receive this, okay, spiritually. This message is going to come to you, okay. It will probably give you answers to whatever it is, or to give you clarification, because you've got the sun out here regarding a situation. Mm-hmm. Okay, because it said that um the gilded birdcage, okay, speaks of a bird palace which can be a prison. Inside, a rose symbolizes mystery, a mystery that unfolds as the key unlocks it. It is also, of course, a symbol of love, the most common of all mysteries. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. I mean, on the top of the deck, because it mentions here, okay, it says this card can influence many things. Next to the heart, 24, okay, it can unlock the feelings and be the key to your heart. Next to the book, it can unlock knowledge and so on. It is also a card that offers um, many opportunities and new beginnings. So I think there's going to be truth in a situation here. Okay, this is what I'm seeing here. Um, Now you've got 20, you've got 26 at the top of the deck, okay, but at the bottom you've got 23 mice. Okay. Okay, it says here, you don't want me in your house, you don't want me in your blouse. I bring loss and bring theft with destruction and decay. I am your stress and anxiety. I am the worry in society. I am your nuisance. I am your pest. I bring sickness in your nest. Okay, so from what I'm getting here, all right, it could be that okay, you probably going to receive a message, okay, and it's to do with okay, it could be to do with a person, a group of people. You see, because if you notice, you see this the cloud coming through the sun coming through the cloud. Okay, so again, and you've got the sun here on the table. So there could be some truth coming. It could be to do with our relationship. It could be to do with a past relationship. Okay, because you got the ring, and the ring does represent a contract. Okay, it could also be to do with the death of somebody, because you got the death card here. This would be the death card, as well as you got the cross here. Okay, or it could be that something to do with an end. Maybe you ended something with somebody who created a lot of burdens in your life. Okay, so let's see. So it could be to do with one person, or it could be to do with a group of people. So let's see. All right, so let's see what comes out. So I'm going to be clarifying. So you could have maybe were meant to receive a message, okay, or maybe a letter, some form of communication in the physical form, okay, but that was somehow that didn't come through. So maybe you might be receiving this message. Okay, this message will probably be coming from your higher power, the ancestors, more likely the ancestors. Because of this is when I see the owls, it represents the ancestor, and you know, so to give you clarity regarding a situation here, this is what I'm seeing here. All right, so let's see. Let me just use the tarot just to clarify these. these ones that came out, right? So let's see. Because the Lenormand deck is a fortune telling deck, okay, but it just depends on the timelines, okay, because I said we all on different timelines, okay, it's all to do with energy as well, okay, so Holy Spirit, will please clarify Seven of Swords reverse, Seven of Swords. Okay, so we've got the Star, okay. Okay, we've got the Star, King of Cups, we've got Ace of Staff, we've got Seven of Coins, mm. Okay, so we've got here once again the Star, King of Cups, Ace of Staffs, Seven of Coins, and the Hangman. So these messages are coming. They could be connected to um, one person. Okay, the energy because also the energy or group of people here. So okay, so you could be embodying the King of Cups energy or dealt with somebody who embodies this King of Cups energy. Okay. Or you could be healing from this, especially if it was some form of relationship you had with this person. So you could be healing from this person, especially if you walked away from this situation. Okay. Um, okay, maybe this person, if you walked away from this person, okay, this person, um, maybe maybe they want to communicate something to you, okay, but they haven't done that yet. So okay, because that's why you got um this card in reverse here. Okay, so maybe they want to communicate. Maybe they want to have a new passionate beginning with you because you got Ace of Stars here. Okay. So you could be dealing with a King of Cups. Um, maybe they didn't treat you well in the past, okay, and now, because the Hangman, okay, card does talk about, um, having time to reflect, seeing things from a higher perspective, okay, and maybe they're now realizing that um, they missed an opportunity with you, and now they're seeing that you could be their wish fulfillment. Okay, maybe they now want to communicate to you. Okay, that they now want to invest in you. They want to, have a new, um maybe start a new passionate beginning, all right, with you. But currently they haven't done that yet. Okay, they might be in a, they could be, maybe there could be something that's preventing them from communicating this message to you, because you have the hangman here. Okay, maybe they want to tell you. Okay, because at the top of the deck you got the fool here, and at the bottom they could be embodying the um Knight of Staffs energy. Okay, or maybe they want to communicate to you that in the past, because Knight of Staff energy, okay, is, especially when it comes to the shadow side, is somebody who is quite reckless, somebody who's quite arrogant. So maybe they want to communicate to you that, in the past that they've had the time to reflect. Okay, because you do have the Hermit card here. Okay, um and maybe they have time to, go within and realize that, that they acted a fool. Okay, um and now they, like, want to have a new coming, but I don't think they probably haven't communicated to you yet about this. Okay, they could still be in a hermit mode, all right, or maybe trying to find a way how to communicate this message to you. Okay, especially if you were in a relationship type, what is a type of, you were in some type of relationship with them. Okay, and they acted a fool. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here. All right. So let's see what deck. Use this. Okay. So maybe you could have been in a relationship, okay, where there was some form of, it was like a push pull um sort of relationship. Maybe somebody was being very stubborn. Somebody, there could be some form of imbalance in that situation. Okay. Um Maybe because you were dealing with somebody who was quite unstable. Okay, it says emotional storm, turmoil, unstable. Okay, affected. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, 27. Yeah. You could have had a family with this person. Okay. All right. This person, as I said, could be in hangman mode. Okay. Reminiscing on what you had, or what they had, sorry, with you. Okay. um okay, this person probably, I don't know, maybe they were holding a lot of secrets. Okay. And you had some, you found out something, or had some epiphany, or maybe this person is going through some tower moments now and realizing, okay, that they missed an opportunity with you. Okay. Yeah, because it does say thinking, missing you, craving, desiring. Um, but you could have moved away from a situation, okay, where there was a lot of stress, a lot of arguments, okay, as well. Okay, let me use one. I want to use another deck to see what what is it they'd like to say. Okay, so let me just get grab another deck. Um, I thought if I use this one. Okay, this one is called Message of Love. And just see what is it. Maybe they want to tell you. Okay, now again, please pay attention to the red flags because this could be like like a karmic soulmate or false flame. Please use your intuition at all times. Okay, there are some cases, okay, where you this person is your divine partner, okay, as I said in my other readings, but maybe this you had to sort of like you and this person, okay, had to split, okay, both you and this person had to go into healing, okay, and then get back together, okay. So it's not always a case where you shouldn't go back to this person. You think, it's not about that, and whether you go back to this person or not is that you should still first of all forgive yourself, and in time forgive this person, because it's all to do with karmic lessons. Okay, we all are here to learn from our mistakes. Okay, this journey is not a straight journey. Okay, and the whole point here is learning from our mistakes, healing from whatever it is that we experience, evolving and growing, because we're all here to share and learn from our experiences, right? Okay, but please use your intuition and discernment at all times. If you're not sure, go within, pray, okay, so that you can choose wisely, you make the right decision whether or not you should take this person back. Okay, even though we all have free will here. So again, this person could be reminiscing. I think this person wants to say, I miss our inside jokes. Okay, all right. Maybe there was a lot of chemistry between you and this person. Says, I have never felt a passion this intense. Okay. Maybe this person is somehow um feeling a bit guilty. It says they're unworthy, you are a better person than I am. So maybe they could be going through this dark night of the soul, okay, reflecting, doing some form of introspection, or on what is it that you two had. Okay, for some of you who have closed a cycle out, okay, with a past person or individual. It could be even to do with a family member or work colleague or friend. um there could be some form of unfinished business. It says we still have things to resolve and discuss. Okay, maybe this person feels somehow lost because it says that I'm struggling to find the right path. All they need to do is, to be honest with you, is to connect with the higher power to help guide them and to trust their intuition here. Okay, and this person could be, it is also says it's something to do with time. It says, I'm afraid it's too late to take action. And it could be that, because of their pride, um, and they probably operated out of their ego. That's why this relationship ended, because it says ego. I let my pride get in the way of our connection. Okay. This one wanted to drop. It dropped from my hand, so I don't know. So it could be a case, all right, in this case where if this person was your divine partner, but you just as because it says damage, we are both hurting from this, so I don't know. So as I said, trust your intuition, okay? Okay. So this so I just thought, I'd use this deck, okay, to see what messages. All right, so let me use. I'm going to again now. I'm just going to be clarifying this one. All right, the anchor, and see what that's about. It could be too that maybe this person has some clarity, um, because you got the sun here. Okay, and maybe they feel weighed down. Okay, about the opportunity they missed with you. Okay, and maybe this is what they okay. Right. Okay. Maybe they had something has some they probably received a message, but it could be like some download, okay, that they received and maybe now, realize that they missed out an opportunity on you, okay? Because okay, because got the rider card again. Rider card, all right. This message, obviously, this if they awakened to something or they got clarity. It could have been from the maybe from the higher power, from the spiritual team, okay, and now want to offer you, could be a cup of love because you got the flowers here, okay. So just take the energy as it resonates, okay. Or they could be also be weighed down with guilt, okay. That's why they probably that's why they haven't communicated to you yet. That's why this card is in reverse. So, Holy Spirit, will please clarify the anchor, the anchor. Okay, so we've got 10 of coins. Oh, okay, we've got the devil. And we've got hangman again. Okay, we've got knight of swords. Mm-hmm. That's good. Please clarify. Knight of swords, knight of swords. Okay. Knight of coins. Mhm. Okay, so what's coming out here? Okay, um, you got the devil here. So I don't know for this one. Okay, again, it could be something to do with money. Okay, um, so you could have had it could even be a business dynamic. All right, here where um because with the devil hair, okay, it does represent it can represent a karmic definitely karmic relationship here. All right. And it could be that you could have been dealing with somebody, okay, um who, let me just pause this. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I'm back. All right. Okay, so from what I'm seeing here, okay, is that this could have been sort of like a business situation, okay? But whatever it is, it involved money because you got 10 of coins here, all right? But this was definitely a karmic relationship because you got the devil here, all right? And um maybe someone made they they came up with a plan, okay, on an idea, all right, because you've got the energy of Knight of Swords here, the energy, okay, of Knight of Swords, okay, is the shadow side is energy, I should say, okay, is to someone who have come up, or who is, okay, quite impulsive, um okay, and maybe this person wanted to just do something, okay, without having without thinking about the consequences, okay. um Maybe they wanted to, because you got Five of Swords here. Five of Swords talks about very sneaky energy, okay, this is very sneaky energy. And maybe this person, okay, wanted to do something quite deceptive here, all right, regarding a situation, okay. They maybe it could be a situation here where they maybe they wanted to be with you for money, okay, um okay, and what they try to do is to use maybe the sexual prowess, okay, by pretending that they love you. Because if you notice that this man, he's got, if you see, if you notice on the card, okay, he's got this man with a cup in his hand, okay. um so this is what I'm seeing here, all right, that, and but this person intention was deceptive, okay. They could have also put you in a third party situation, okay, because you got Three of Cups here, okay, you got Three of Cups, and underneath this you got Two of Cups. So this was some type of partnership, okay, where, but to me, I don't know, it looks to me like more like a it could be a love situation here, okay. And now this person could have like wanted to be with you for money, but this person could have had somebody on the side, because you got what's was behind the Three of Cups on the deck. Well, in the deck was Two of Cups, okay, and they could now be reflecting about the decision they made, because you got Two of Swords, or maybe but I don't know. I doubt very much they could, like they could be in denial. I don't know, but I don't think that's the case. I think they probably realized what they did was not right, okay, and somehow um they could be reflecting, because if you notice this man, he's um looking at the water here, so he could be experiencing some form of loss. It could be to do with money, okay. um Maybe by you moving away, it's created some loss. Okay, because yeah, but definitely this person has had some form of epiphany or going through some tower moment here. They're probably realizing that, that who you are, what they, by they probably realized that basically it was a missed opportunity and they acted a fool here because of the fool card did come up, um, and they obviously also probably realized that a cycle has ended. Okay, because you got the wheel of fortune here, and as I said earlier on, okay, before the reading that fate is in our hands. It's not, something that is given to us. It's all to do, is the end result, because this is the fate card. It's all to do with the decisions and the choices that we make. Okay, so mm, and they probably feel very weighed down. Maybe this is because the anchor does also represent being weighed down. Okay. Mm-hmm. Also, as well, it could also, maybe they now reflecting on what's happened and they now realizing that, that how um that if they were with you, or maybe when they were with you, okay, they felt secure, um they were more stable, and now everything is just also like just falling apart. But by the tower card being, and you've got the sun here, it's definitely, that they just and maybe now they're probably um in a position where they're probably reflecting, because I mean, as I said, they are in this hangman energy, okay, right now. um so okay, let's see what let me just use two other decks and see what else comes out. And as I said, I mean, at the bottom of the deck, you do have Knight of Cups here. So maybe they want to come back to offer, but you know, Knight's energy is very, very, not only is it very slow, but it's also very immature. It's very immature as well. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find the answer. Let's clarify the answer. Yeah. Well, I mean, they could be experiencing some form of, there could be some karmic justice at play here. Okay. Um, and because of the decisions that they made in the past, they could be experiencing some loss. Okay. Um, and again, you could have been dealing with, you could have had a family with this person, or maybe this could be to do with your family. Okay, members of your family. Um, okay, and it could be, this card could also indicate, okay, that someone going in, this could also represent, okay, like someone's going into a situation where this person didn't think. Okay, if you notice that this person has glasses on, okay, and have some form of walking stick, it's almost like they walked into some situation here without carefully thinking about the consequences. Okay, and every time I see this card, it just reminds me, if you notice that you could see like there's like three hat, like it's almost like two people maybe um joining together in something here. All right, and now, okay, this person could be homeless as a result. Okay, there could have been some spell work done in the situation. um, and it could be again something to do with money here. All right. So maybe justice, the karmic justice is happening right now to balance the scales, to balance things out in a situation. Let me just use. Okay, the people that you could have been dealing with, these people could have been quite toxic. Okay. Please clarify the angle 35. Please clarify the angle 35. Yeah. There could have been some form of betrayal. It says, it says deceit, backstab, traitor, not to be trusted. So you could be dealing with a person or group of people. There could be some form of evidence, or they could be burning evidence on what they did, because you got burning evidence here. Um, Maybe this person. That's why I said that you need to use your intuition and discernment all time. So maybe this person may have time to reflect and may want to come back to you, but this could be a fake apology they're giving you, because if you notice, this person has flowers in their hands, but they're still wearing a mask. Okay. And it could be all right, that they want to set the record straight. Okay. um you've could have ended the relationship, because it says game over. Okay. It says trash, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. So you could have, sort of walked away. Okay. Maybe this person was quite promiscuous. Okay. um and created a lot of lies, regarding the situation. Let's take the energy. Might not be your story, could be to do with people that you're associated with, or people to do, it could be energies in other people's energies. Okay. And it's also timeless as well. All right. So let me just clarify the sun and see what comes out. Okay. So maybe there could have been some spell work that was done, so you weren't able to see clarity, into a situation, but so it could be either one person or two people having an epiphany about something. Okay, it could be to do with a love situation, it could be to do with a money situation. Okay, because whatever came out doesn't just necessarily be have to do with just one person. It could be to do with um more than one person. Okay. And again, it could be to do with a work scenario, or it could be to do with a family dynamic. Okay. Or a relationship, love relationship, or marriage. Please clarify 31 the sun. 31 the sun. Okay, so you've got 9 of coins reverse. Okay. So we've got the world. We've got 9 of swords. Let's see. What else? Just shuffle. Let's get Nine of Swords, Nine of Swords. Please, people, please clarify Nine of Swords, please. Nine of Swords. Okay, Ten of Coins. And let me just clarify. So Ten of Coins came out again. This and clarify. Ten of Coins, please. The Chariot. We've got Seven of Cups. Okay, so let me just so I've got Nine of Coins in reverse. Okay. So Nine of Coins in reverse. Okay, it's to do with losses here. Okay. Then you got the World. We've got Nine of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Chariot. Okay, we've got Seven of Cups. Okay, and Judgment. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, okay, all right, it could be a case, all right, this could be, as I said, this could have something to do for business, okay, as well, where somebody once again, okay, cycle has ended because you got the World Cup, World Cup, the World card here, okay, and whoever, somebody's on the Judgment, okay. Now with the Judgment, something has definitely come to light, and from what I'm seeing, there's a lot of coins here, a lot of coins, because on top of the deck you got Six of Coins, okay, right? Then here you got Nine of Coins reverse. Then you got 10 of Coins, okay. But whatever it is, okay, I think this person was somehow being deceptive here, because Seven of Cups, okay, does talk about this. The Seven of Cups can also can talk about or the energy, okay, could be to do with illusions there, okay. Someone wanted to create some illusion regarding some money, okay, and now they could be under judgment. Okay, this could be a legal matter because you got the Hierophant here, okay, and you got the you got judgment, because Hierophant, okay, the Hierophant doesn't always have to be. I know it represents the God card, right? It could represent the God card, but it could also be. It could also represent. The Hierophant could also represent a judge. And then you've got judgment. So maybe some something has come out and it's left this person um worried her. Okay, in this nine of swords energy. Now maybe they might be having sleepless nights, and it's just because they were probably determined to do something here. Okay, it's to do some action, because the chariot does, the energy talks about willpower, determination, control, action. Okay, this is what I'm seeing here. And again, as I said, there could be some spell work that was involved in this. Okay, um right. And this is what I'm seeing here. Okay, maybe there was no equal give and take regarding a situation, because you got six of coins here. And now they could be, because of that, they could be under judgment. And also, the um eight of staffs energy, okay, does talk about action here. So it could be to do with what they did in the past, but you never know. We all different timelines, okay? So this could have happened in the past, could be happening now, in the near or distant future. And whatever they did, okay, they could be under judgment, and they could also be experiencing setbacks, instability, quite frustrated about what's going on in their life, but it's also to the actions they took. And the eight of stars, thus it's also the karma card as well. Okay, something has come to light here, or will be coming to light. Okay, and that is going to create a lot of endings. Okay, for somebody, on individual. Okay, and the Queen of Swords um can also represent a judge. So this could be that could definitely include the legal um, system here, as I said earlier. And maybe this is the message. You might receive a message regarding this, about what this person done, what these people did. Okay, it could be, as I said, it could be something around the love situation here. Okay, maybe somebody went created a lot of illusions. They wanted to use you for money, but this person was in a third party situation. It could be a case where it could involve some type of inheritance or something like that. Okay. Um, but that's how, I mean, maybe they want to offer this to you, this Ace of Cups, or whatever it is. Some people are experiencing a tower. Okay. Um, you got the tower there, you got the devil. So this definitely was a karmic connection here. Okay, you could be a high priestess, or somebody who's quite intuitive, or there could be light being shed regarding something that was hidden. Okay, and it could be, as I said, to do with a family dynamic. You could have had a family with this person. It could be to do it for home, or it could be to do it for business. This is what four of staff represents, and as a result, some people or group of people are in this Ten of Swords energy. All right, and it could also be the Empress here. All right, and dealing with somebody who's in this King of Swords energy. Okay, and as I said earlier on, it could be a love situation, because you've got the lovers um, card here. All right. So it could be to do with love, money, or both. All right. It could be to do with a family, business, or a workplace. I don't think it's a workplace situation. I think it's more to do with a um, sort of like a family, business, love situation here. Okay. Let me just use quickly on this, see what comes out. So what's the vibe? Holy Spirit, will you please clarify the Salon or Ace of Diamonds? Okay, yeah. Well, it says, hey, clingy, old exes, dead relationships, old ways. So you could be dealing with a person or people who are stuck in their old ways. Okay. Let's see. Holy Spirit, will you please clarify Ace of Diamonds, 31, Ace of Diamonds, 31. Okay, this person could be there could be a lot of conflict. This person could be quite confused, whoever you were dealing with. Okay. It doesn't really, yeah. There could be, as I said, there could be, this could be a legal matter, okay? Because you got legal lawyers, court paperwork, all right? There could have been disloyalty within the situation. It says burnt bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on, okay? This could have, there could have been some, there could be an energy of envy there because you got resentful, competitive, discontent, okay? You could have been dealing with either a false flame, it could be, or a partner here, or karmic soulmates here, because you got soulmate, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner, okay? You could have been dealing with somebody who is, or people who are two-faced, or people who lived a double life, people who backstabbed you, okay? Maybe this person appeared to be somebody that what you dealt with was, I mean, they claim to be somebody who was quite nurturing, okay? But, you know, whatever they did, they made a lot of bad decisions, and they could also have some addictions. There could be a lot of gossip around this situation, okay? And you could be, you know, you could have walked away, you know, could be healing from this situation, all right? Let's see what else. What is this one? You could have been dealing with somebody who was quite codependent, okay? Maybe that's why they did what they did. So there were a lot of messages that came out from this, okay? Let's clarify. Ace of Diamonds. Yeah. These people could be reminiscing at this moment, or this person, it says, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories, okay? There could be a lot of sadness, bitterness regarding this situation here, okay? And that you and this individual people are separated. And as I said, there could be a lot of things coming out. It says shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, and epiphany, transformation. And again, all right, there could be a lot of backstabbing, heartbreak and pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, okay, and shocking attack. So whatever it is, maybe um, again, maybe a person or group of people may want to try and contact you. It says talking, interested, awaiting messages, text, calls, email, talking more. Again, this was a karmic relationship. It says resentments and triggers, perception, sorry, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. Okay, you might be dealing with people who had outdated thinking, self-indulgence. Okay, you probably cut ties from this person or people. Okay, and basically healing your heart. Okay. Okay, so let's see what messages, okay, to that Offset have for us. Okay, could be to do with this or just general message, okay, regarding the full moon. Okay, so let's see what's okay. Let's clear this table a bit. Alright, so beloved, okay, this one wanted to come out. Okay, so we've got the Scarab spiritual transformation. Okay. Let's see, spiritual angel. And then we've got Ra creative power. So let's see. Um, so it doesn't always have to be a mess. Like guidance regarding this situation. Okay, it could be to do with working with the energy of the moon. All right. So let me just put them on now. I believe this message is coming from the ascending the ascending masters, because it's on a number 33. And this one is 30. Okay, and this is from Ra. Okay. He's the old Egyptian god. So let me just use the where did I put the book? Oh, it's gone. Oh, here it is. Okay, so the meanings, okay, of this, it says here, okay, this is for the scarab. I am reborn and I come into being. Hence, I am okay. So these two are connected. Okay, by the so this card is very much connected to Ra. Okay, because it goes on to say, I am reborn and I come into being. Hence, I am Ra, the rising sun. Observe at first just a beetle or being of no awareness, and then you will see an emergence. Great change is occurring for you now as you awaken into higher consciousness, and coming from the darkness into the light can only bring joy. Divine intervention has occurred on your behalf, So thank me by meditating upon my image for further transformation. Okay, so some of you might be going through this ascension stage, or although we continue ascending, all right, probably leveling up, I should say, going through this transformation or going through some initiation stage at this moment. Okay, so other meanings for this card when it comes to abundance says take time to look inwards for more ideas on creating abundance. What seems lost will be returned. So it's all about taking time out, maybe going into nature or meditating, um, to find the answers so that we can become more creative. Love, good for existing relationships, but new ones will have difficulties that need to be worked through first. Okay, that's when it comes to love. But work as forward slash career, good for activities involving flying and preparing for new projects. Allow time for recognition of your work. Travel, wonderful for flying and sunny places and spiritual retreats. Health, slow improvement and inner work will assist you. Walk in the sunshine if tired or depressed, or consciously draw in the healing rays of the sun to your body. Family, some resistance from family at first about your new focus on spiritual matters. Okay, so there could be some resistance, okay, regarding your spiritual beliefs. And future, it says, excellent after time of rest and inward looking at, you are reborn into higher consciousness. Okay, so that's for that one. And a message from Ra himself. So let's see. Okay, it says here, a message from Ra, it says, feel my power and my heat. I can burn you in the desert or give you energy and warmth to survive in the winter. My secret name gives me power over the entire universe, but only my daughter Osset has that name now. Treat me with great respect always, for my true power comes from the alchemical sun. Behind the sun that you see and remember, I exist as a conscious creative power, hence I can communicate with you. Okay? So messages when it comes to abundance, it says a good time to expand your business. Take care with your credit card PIN numbers. Love, a new beautiful lover is possible, but ensure all relationships are end completely first. Take care when ending past relationships. Legal advice and karmic release is advised first. So again, this is very much to do with um, the message from the moon card, where it says it's time to release negativity. Okay, the full moon in Scorpio. Work, career, it says persons in positions of power could cause problems, so treat them with care and respect. Ask your superiors for assistance with difficulties, as they should help you. Travel, take great care with all travel plans, as personal and world situations may cause disruptions. Time out at home might be best for health. Possible emotional disturbances and stress. Time out for medication and rest will help you um, recreate yourself. Family, some difficulty with older family members likely. Younger members might be rude and difficult to live with, but will calm down as they mature. Okay, so there could be some disrupt. There could be a bit of conflict here when it comes to family members. And future dangers and difficulties and disruptions in life as best handled calmly, as they will pass. Evoking the creative powers of Tahuti, Ra, Sekhmet, Osset, and Mahat will assist you greatly. So you can work with these other deities or goddesses. Okay, all right. If you are interested in working with the Egyptian gods, deities, entities, and so forth. All right. My spirit guides, they also wanted me to use this deck. Okay, to get some advice here, and this is the Sacred Traveler. Okay, so let's see what comes out there. All right, they wanted me to select. It says, crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Okay. All right. Also, this one, fellow. So this is crossing bridges. This one, it says, fellow travelers, support is all around you. So we should always remember that we are never alone. Okay. We are never alone on this journey. We can always connect with spirit, our spiritual team, the ancestors, the higher power, to help us, and even to help us to use our intuition and at all as to which is one of the best tools or spiritual tool to help us, to guide us as we go along our journey. Also, it's also important to give gratitude, um, because the more gratitude we give, the more blessings we receive. Okay, and maybe some of us might need to create a sacred space where we can do a form of do some form of meditation. Okay, it could be out. We can do that out in nature. Okay, and by doing that, we are able to discover truths. Okay, also by connecting, by going out in nature or by meditating, we also connect with our spiritual team that can reveal truths to us. Okay, okay, and to which can bring some form of clarity here. Okay, because it says clear the air, distant thunder. So, and when I see the thunder, the lightning, okay, it does remind me of because if you notice this woman, she's at the top of the building. It looks like a tower here, so maybe she's receiving some message here. Okay. Which could clear out anything that is not what that we can't see, clear any obscurity. Okay, so some of us might need to just go out into nature, okay, to do some bit of grounding here. Okay, so let's see what the angels, what advice the angels have for the collective. It could be to do this to whatever message that came out, or it could just be general collective advice saying. So what messages do you have for the collective? Angels. What messages? Okay, so we've got here crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answer to your prayers. Okay, so some of us, we may like to just trust whatever messages that we are getting right now. Okay, some of us might need to work on the crown chakra. You could listen to music or guided meditations. Okay, and work with crystals. We've got the throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Okay, so if you're having problems in that area, you can work on the throat chakra. I do energy healing readings that go more to detail about auras and chakras. All right, and you can use crystals as well, like lapis lazuli, sapphire. All right, amazonite, turquoise. Says if you get nervous, focus on service. All right, it says put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. Okay, and again, you've got law of attraction, which is on top of the deck, the card. It says relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing, and you become more sensitive and aware of energies. Okay, And some of you might have the gift of mediumship. It says you have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. Okay, so some of you might have this gift. Talking about this, let's see what probably other spiritual gifts that some of you may have, okay, and might not have yet discovered. Okay. What else does this collective need to know? What else does the collective need to know? Okay, so just take these three. Okay, so okay, so you could be going learning more about astrology. It says explore the wisdom of astrology to gain deeper insights into the soul's journey through the alignment of planetary positions. By interpreting the movements of the stars and planets, you can uncover profound guidance and a clearer understanding of your life's path. And I would advise anyone to please do a birth natal chart, because this is like a it's almost like a birth certificate. Okay, it will give you so much information. All right, I have done one. Many of my the members of my soul tribe have done one, and if you can't like design one yourself, you can, oh, there are sites that you can go on. Okay, just all you need to know, which is very important, is your time of birth, your date of birth, and the place where you were born. Okay, and then this site can do up the birth natal chart, and then you can check as well. Please check out, I did a video on karmic astrology, and I did put in the description box, okay, the different houses where you can check for endings, new beginnings, like your where your real life path, where you can get that. So please check out that video, okay. As well, I think I did one on the birth natal chart. So please check these videos out on my channel. Okay, the second one is, so some of you might have the ability to do acupuncture. It says acupuncturists explore the ancient practice of stimulating acupuncture points to promote healing, restore balance, and enhance energy flow. By working with the body's natural energy pathways, you can support overall well-being and harmony. So some of you might end up doing that. And it says angel readings. Connect with the angelic realm to receive and share divine messages of guidance. Through these sacred communications, you can offer clarity, comfort, and wisdom from the angels to support others on their spiritual journey. Okay, so some of you maybe need to connect more, or have the ability to connect with the angels. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna use this one, okay, to see what else. Okay, this is the life purpose oracle, and see what else. Okay. Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what else does the collective need to know? What else do they need to know? Holy Angels. What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know? What else do they need to know? Okay, so it says here, the answer that you're seeking involves going to school. So some of us might need to go back and do more studying. Okay. It says justice, your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Okay. So it depends on your role. So some of you might be prophets, some of you could be light workers, some of you could be empaths. Strength, it says everything you've experienced in your life has made you strong and courageous. Okay, because as I said, life's journey is all about learning from our experience in healing, growing, evolving, so we can be living testimonies to other people. Okay, again, you got healer there. It says, healer, you have the spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others. Okay, you could be a counselor or counseling people at this moment. It says, you heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Okay, and for some of you who might be worried at this moment about, once you are striving to do what is right, you're connecting with your ancestors, with the higher powers, your spiritual team. It's a confirmation that it says you are on the right path. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Okay. Okay, and to close off this reading, okay, I'm just going to close out with the self-awakening oracle cards. So these are just words to remember. Okay. Angels, what does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Okay, so the first one says, I found the inner strength to face my fears with confidence. I realize that the end is just another beginning. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without change. Okay, so again, these messages are very much associated with the energy of this full moon, which is in Scorpio, where it says it's time to release negativity or anything that doesn't serve our higher purpose. Okay, and by just opening up the deck, because I was just about to put it away, it says, I release any beliefs that no longer contribute to the growth of my soul. Okay, so I hope whatever messages that came out, I hope it's gonna help you in some way. It has brought you, I should say, some form of healing into your situation. Um, and as I said, just take whatever message that came out, what energies that came out here, because it's all to do. These readings are all to do with energy. It might not be your story. It could be something that you've experienced in the past, maybe going through now or in the near distant future. Just take the energy, the messages, whatever came out, just take what resonates and leave the rest. Please don't forget to check the description box, because I'd like to recommend a few books, okay, that can help you as you go along your journey. Um, and I hope you enjoy the full moon in Scorpio. Okay. Thanks once again to all my viewers, my subscribers, anyone who have supported my channel in any way. And if you did enjoy this reading, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.